Hey everyone, this is Steve from Nitobi, and right now in this video I'm going to show you a quick start for getting a PhoneGap application on a Palm device. So here we go. So everyone go to phonegap.com and click Get Started. From here you should click the Palm. I should be renamed to webOS. So here we are on wiki.phonegap.com in the Getting Started with PhoneGap Palm guide. So let's start with following these steps. Just for the record, I'm working on a Mac, so some of these steps may be a little different for a Windows machine. If people are having trouble using following these steps on a Windows machine and need some help, they can contact me and ask me to make a Windows version of this, and I can look into making it if there's enough demand. But anyways, back to the guide. So if your Windows, install Cygwin. I don't need to worry about that. So install VirtualBox. You only need to do this if you want to develop on the emulator. If you have a device and you want to just develop on the device, don't worry about this. But for this guide, I'm going to show how to do this. We're going to do it on the emulator. So open up VirtualBox. Go to downloads, download VirtualBox right here. Just click that, download it, install it. It should become in your applications folder. Very simple. I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to go through that. Install webOS SDK. So let's click this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to open it in a new tab. So let's open that in a new tab. There we go. Download the SDK. This is how simple it is. Just click download the SDK. Install VirtualBox. The steps are already here. We've already done that. And download the SDK. So just click download and it should start. I'm not going to save it because I already have done all of this earlier. And that should be a very simple, straightforward process. And then you have to install the SDK once it's done. And those steps are also very simple. If people have problems with that, feel free to email me, contact me, anything, and I can remake this video with more steps. Anyways, next, download the latest copy of PhoneGap and extract its contents. We are only interested in the webOS directory. So when you click this link, there it comes. You're going to want to download the zip. You're going to want to save that, and you're going to extract it. When you extract it, it should look something like this. PhoneGap-0.9.2. And then when I use it, here it comes, PhoneGap, and I want the webOS directory. Everyone see that? Next. Open the Palm emulator.app. So go to applications and open it. If you're a Windows user or if you're Linux, there are your steps. So I'm just going to go, I already have mine open. So here we go. Palm emulator. Oh no, I don't have. Here we go. So I'm loading it right now. So this should pop up and you select which one you want. So say I want to work with that build, start emulator. And as I wait for that to start, I'll move on to the next. So there's a make file resides in your Palm PhoneGap directory. Let me just explain this directory. For PhoneGap, for webOS, in the framework directory, you'll see a www folder. This is where your index will go. This is where all your JS, your JavaScript, your any files, all of your images you're going to use, everything goes in here. As you can see, it already comes with a default set of items. And let's see how those default set look. So I'm going to open it up in TextMate. And I'm going to show you guys what index.html looks like. It's just your regular HTML page. Here comes my virtual machine. I'm going to let that go in the background. And the only thing you should notice is I have one paragraph in the body, build your PhoneGap app here. And I have two scripts, PhoneGap.js and Mojo.js. Mojo.js is needed. So if you bring your own app from, say, iPhone and you want to convert it to Palm, you have to make sure you include this before PhoneGap.js. Very important. back to the guide. Now that our virtual machine is still loading, so we had to wait until that's done. Open up Terminal and navigate to PhoneGap root Palm framework www. So I'm gonna open up Terminal, and I'm already in my directory where it says Palm. I'm gonna correct that. That should actually say webOS now with the new updates to PhoneGap. Here we go, back to Terminal. So just so you guys see, so I went to cd PhoneGap. Oh, I'm just horrible at spelling today. So cd, I'm in the PhoneGap folder. So there it is. You can see Android, BlackBerry, everything right here. And I want to get into webOS here. So I go cd webOS. And now I can see all my contents of here. And from here, now that my Palm device is almost ready, once it is, all I'm going to type is make. I'm waiting until it's done before I click enter. It's usually quite quick. I do have another emulator open of the complete. It actually might install in there, so we'll see if it lets me pick which emulator I'm going to install in. For now, I'm just going to close this one. And we're just going to install it in this one, since I already had one open. So what it's doing is it creates the package from framework www, and then it installs the package palm install, and then it launches the package com.palm.phonegap. So there it is, it's launched. Super simple. And now you have your app in here. A few tips and tricks. Appinfo.json. This is where you can change what your ID is going to be. So mine was com.palm.phonegap. You can change the name, you can change the vendor, you can change the title of it, you can change the icon. Everything is done in here. I'm not going to bother showing any of that. And that's it. That's how simple it is. Follow the getting started guide and have your emulator or your device plugged in. If you have your device plugged in and the emulator, the install will always go to the device. The device has precedence over the emulator. And I think that's it. Let me show you some resources before I go. wiki.phonegap.com, that's your friend. docs.phonegap.com, that has all the APIs of PhoneGap, and it's got some great examples. Definitely check it out. Any questions you have as you run into as you're developing, definitely email groups.google.com /group/PhoneGap or / sorry. That is where we send anyone who ever asks questions. It's got lots and lots of smart people. And another great resource is developer.palm.com. If you go to it, there's actually a cross-platform tutorial they have up, which is very good. And you can follow these steps too. And it teaches you a lot more than I just taught you. So definitely take a look if you want to get more into the nitty-gritty stuff. If you want to email me, my email is steve.gill@nitobi.com, and my Twitter is @StephenGill97. Feel free to send me a message on there if you want. All right, guys, good luck developing your PhoneGap apps.